Hi, this is Sherry Methling with Ancient Healings Around the World. The veils are being lifted, people. Just think of a veil and it being lifted off of our vision, off of our eyes, right eye, left eye, and third eye. All knowing, all seeing, off of the mind, off of the ears, and off of the heart. So that we can see, hear, feel, and think clearly for ourselves as the great awakening is happening here on earth, slowly but surely. One soul and one country at a time, incrementally. It's not happening overnight, just like anything. But I encourage you to seek the truth, look for the truth, hunger for the truth. Because unfortunately, 90% of the media is owned by 6 corporations. 30 years ago, 50 corporations owned the media. We have to question our reality, unfortunately. I also encourage you to look into Bill Gates, his association to the man-made virus and vaccine. A vaccine that's created to also possibly have a microchip inside that will control the people of the world, starting, it seems, to be in America. Now, many years ago, August 21st of 2017, there was an eclipse that went over America, across the entire country. And even at that time, I wrote on Facebook, as I knew it was a time of what's known in the Bible as the tribulation. The tribulation, a 7-year time frame when things will change here on earth. For there is a new world agenda. But unfortunately, this new world agenda isn't led by the light forces of Source and God, but rather, as I would call it, the dark forces of the elites, the Illuminate. It's interesting, let's dig into the name of this virus called Corona. The word Corona, if we break it down according to numbers, it has 6 letters in it. And if you give each letter in the alphabet a number, and you break it down the word Corona, it comes out to 66. For instance, C is the 3rd letter of the alphabet. And then you give each letter of the word Corona, you have 3 plus 15 plus 18 plus 15 plus 14 plus 1 equals 66. And there's 6 letters in Corona. That gives you a total of 666. And as a Christian, we all know the connotation to 666 in the Bible, don't we? Satan, Lucifer, also known as the devil. And then the word Corona in Spanish means crown. So we have a crown on top of the number, let's say 666. Was this by mistake? Was this by coincidence? No. This name was already created before the coronavirus came out. It was interesting because when I looked up when that solar eclipse did happen, even though I wrote on it back on Facebook about this time, going over America, the eclipse going directly over America's axis, and I knew 7 years down the road there would be another solar eclipse, for it was said. Another solar eclipse 7 years out from that solar eclipse. And when I looked up the date when this occurred, because I forgot the exact date, it said solar eclipse Corona on the internet. That was in 2018 that article was released. Interesting. And then we move forward. Why would Tom Hanks and Madonna post something on Twitter of an old-fashioned typewriter with the name Corona on it? We have various people in the elites, in the Illuminati. Various people, celebrities, singers, massive companies, very, very wealthy people, millionaires and billionaires throughout the world. Subliminal messages, let's talk about that. Planting the seeds that the dark forces will take over the world, that they will win. They've been creating movies decade after decade about the end times, about how the world and the people are taken over. They wanted to plant the seeds inside of us to make us think and believe and feel that is what will play out. But they are wrong. It might play out for a time, for this was predestined. This was even talked about in the Bible. We're walking through the pages in the books of the Bible right now. That's right. Believe it or not, we all know of the end times, and I'm not saying that the end of the world is here. It's the end of the old world, to be birthed out into the new world, the golden age. But that will take time. People ask me, how much longer for this, Sherry? What do you think? What do you feel? What do you get? I go according to Bible prophecies at this point in time. I follow that. I've learned that. I've known about that. I was born and raised Catholic. I went to an all-girls school. But in my 20s, I was really studying about the end times a lot. Daniel's prophecy, chapter 7. I encourage you to look into that, to read that. Theologians, many books, many movies around this. End times, what would happen. Well, you see, Daniel, in the Bible, he had a dream sent from God. And he dreamed of this statue that represented a person. And each part of this statue was representing a different kingdom that reigned here on earth. It rose and it fell, starting at the crown, the head, gold of the statue, Babylon, moving down to the body, Persia, moving down into Greece, the kingdom of Greece. So it goes gold, silver, bronze, and clay, moving through each kingdom. And after Greece came Rome. And now at the clay, at the bottom of the statue, the nation, a strong nation that would fall and crumble, a very powerful nation, the nation of America. And it's not that the word America is written in the Bible, but this time will come. And we are living in this time right now. It's interesting because the solar eclipse happened August 21st of 2017. Okay? 3.5 years out, here we are now with the coronavirus. If you go into Revelations, chapter 13, verse 5, it will talk about 3.5 years, 1,260 days of this reign of, let's say, difficult times, hardships, where the change would be happening. It's 3.5 years. Right now, we're 3.5 years in from that solar eclipse. The solar eclipse went over America. And again, in April of 2024, we will have another solar eclipse go over America. And during this time, all the change will occur. God's kingdom will reign, though. The world is not meant for a man-made kingdom. It's not meant to be separated by countries, by people, by religion, by color, by race, by power, by money. No. Again, we are all supposed to be working together on this planet, one nation under God. That's right, one nation under God. All countries, all people, coming together. But we have to start accessing our true power, our true light, our free will that God gave us. Our free will at this time seems to be taken away only because we are standing in fear. You have to ask yourself, are you going to live in the equation where fear is over love, or where love is over fear? Fear over love, or love over fear? You have to see this like a battlefield, spiritual warfare. You have to ask yourself, which side are you fighting on? Are you going to be on the side of fear? I always say there's two worlds, love or fear. I say that God's on the side of love. And well, we understand that the opposite side of God, let's say, is the devil. The fear. Fear controlling us. Feeling defeated, helpless, a victim, a prisoner right now. But we are not. We are only a prisoner if we allow them to keep us at home. Here, where I'm at right now, we are outside each and every day, even at nighttime. Yes, there's a quarantine, but yes, we keep going out. No masks. We are not afraid, nor should you be. They're trying every single angle they can to get through on the internet. Now on the phone, where it says in the upper left-hand corner of your phone, be safe. Well, you know what, people? We are safe. You are safe. Stay in the light. Stay in prayers. Stay with God. Stay in your heart space and not your head space. Every opportunity they get, they will throw that fear at you. And the more fear you're in, the easier it is to control people. Right now in New York City, I heard they are making it mandatory to wear a mask. You do not have to do anything like that if you do not choose. If you choose to follow protocols of the dark forces. You see, the military, let's say, the police, the security, is merely following orders. But those orders are coming not from light people, people of goodness, for all humanity. They're coming from darker sources. This is true. You might not believe me now, but maybe in another week, 1 month, 1 year, you'll start believing. I'm not the only one that's speaking on this. People all around the world are speaking on this. Not just on social media, in the news. News anchors are getting fired. What happened to our First Amendment, freedom of speech? Why are people getting fired for speaking their truth, of what they know, what they feel? Ask yourself that. Do the research. I encourage you to do the research. You need to do the research. Again, truth, knowledge, that is where the power is. Being aware. In China, let's talk about that, where the coronavirus started, right? Well, they didn't use any vaccines to heal people. No, they didn't. Vitamin C through the IV, high doses of vitamin C, that's right. And then you'll see on the media where it says, yes, it healed it. I have a certain source, a nurse in China, who is working in a hospital where they had 8 cases, nothing severe. And yes, 8 of those people had high doses of vitamin C through the IV. Cured. Not even a whole week were they in. That's right, no vaccine required. How do we increase our immune system? Boost our immune system? Where do we seek those vitamin C besides a vitamin? Guava, kiwi, strawberries, oranges, broccoli. And I always like to add a lot of turmeric, fresh lemon, and fresh ginger to my tea, green tea. Boost your immune system. You will be okay. You are safe. It seems that people aren't so much afraid of the coronavirus as if they're afraid of the government and going out and breaking a law, breaking rules. We're not breaking rules. We're not children with curfews. Look at it. Look at it from the higher self, from source, from God, from the light within your heart. They're trying to instill more fear. They're loading it on us. Even on emails, things are popping up. This is the last chance the dark forces have to take down the people of the world, of the entire world. This is their last attempt. Their last attempt, because they will fail and the kingdom of God will reign on earth. We need to come together, all the people, and start awakening now at faster speeds, spreading the truth like wildfire, so we can light up the darkness and dissolve all the lies that they are feeding us. Choose the battlefield with love, with light, with source, with God. Tune into your hearts and not your heads, if that makes sense. Look to the Bible. Look to truth. Look to Revelations 13:5. Look to Revelations 13:16. Look to Revelations 13:18. Speaking of the mark of the beast representing the devil, let's say. Chip in the hand. A mark in the hand or the forehead. Hence the coronavirus with a microchip possibly inside there as well. I'm not crazy, people. No. I encourage you to look for the truth. Well, where is the truth, Sherry? Where can I look? Well, there's one credible source that I know, a newspaper out of America. It's called Epic Times. I repeat myself. Epic Times. Look for it. Look for it on the internet. Look for it in circulation. Revelations 18, talking about 666 associating to the devil. Unfortunately, yes, the spiritual warfare is on earth, as much as we don't want to believe it sometimes. Oh, it's just about the coronavirus. Oh, nature is healing. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. Nature is healing. And that is part of the good thing that is coming out of this as well. For the way we've been running systems in the past on every single level, on various levels, need to change. This is true. One of my projects here on planet Earth, it's called The Promised Land. I have a video on YouTube, as I mentioned before. Have it circulating out to certain people I've pitched it to. The Promised Land, Sherry, my name, Sherry. The new world, the new beginning, the golden age. How God had intended. This world is not supposed to be run by man. We're not supposed to be separated by country. We're supposed to be all working together as one mankind, of one consciousness of love and light, working with the animals, working with the plants, working with the water, cleaning it up, one country and soul at a time, as we awaken. It's very interesting how the name Donald means world ruler, chief. Is a person supposed to rule over the world? Or is God supposed to bring his kingdom and light and love shine through us, in us and around us, because that's what we are created of. But we have to start tapping in and accessing that energy. The truth and the light resides within us. But we have to go into our heart space and not our head space. We have to unplug to what we're watching. Look to the epic times. Unfortunately, we have to be a detective. We have to hunger for the truth, look for the truth, discern what is truth and what is lies. Okay? I think that's everything. I don't know. Ugh, it's just so exhausting, isn't it, people? I know. Donald Trump even said not to trust the media. Fake news, fake media. He warned the Americans many years ago. He talked about it. You could look that up as well. Do not trust everything you hear from the reporters, for that is not truth. We have to look for the truth, seek the truth. As the Bible saying goes, seek and ye shall find, correct? Yes. With billions of people around the world in self-isolation, that is a true testament of how much control they have over the people. They only have control when you give them the control, and you stay in lockdown, and you stay in fear. I walked out in Cairo, the Middle East, after curfew, people. I did a video. Yes, you don't believe me? Check it out. Wake up, stand up and walk out. That's what the video was. That's right. All the fear that shows up, acknowledge it. I feel it. I see it. I know it. But we have to rise above that fear. We have to step out of that fear because the power is within us. The light is inside of us. But we have to access that light. God is inside of each of us, and that's how we are connected. Our life force is dying more each day, unfortunately. The more we stay cooped up in our homes, not in nature, not with each other, not sharing love, not accessing our true potential of what we love to do with our work, with our jobs, with each other, with our sports, with our activities, with our friends, with our family. I'm still connecting with people out here each and every day, creating new family where I'm at, which country. Out here in nature. You can't see the water. Yes, you can, right there. Nature. There's a lot of people out. I just came to a quiet place, so there would be no noise to distract me for this video. So I ask you, I encourage you to look for the truth, to seek the truth, to do your own research, to be the detective. The veils are coming off, and God is releasing those veils of darkness. And people are starting to see clearer, think clearer, and accessing their true potential and their true light inside their heart. So I encourage you to do this. You don't have to take my word for it, no. I am not afraid of what you find out there, for you will find the truth when you are ready for the truth. Be prepared for the ultimate gaslighting, my friends. The smoke and mirrors will be coming off. Clean your glasses so you can see. Clean your windows so you can see. And look for the truth inside of you and outside of you. That's Sherry Methling with Ancient Healings around the world. You are safe. Remember that. Stay praying, stay meditating, stay connected. Peace.